like to focus quite a bit today on our thoracic spine, this bit of us, right? Because there's a lot of us don't move our thoracics properly. So we will try and open a little bit through the side ribs and bring some mobility into our thoracic spine. So the first thing I would like to work on is you standing in a comfortable stance. Some people will have their legs wider, some people will have their legs more narrow. Just see if you can be balanced. And then bring the hands above your head, palms facing each other. So we're gonna start with the left leg. I'll show you and then you're welcome to join. So you will step your left leg to the side and bend to the opposite side. The left leg knee is bent. And then you step it across and you bend to the other side. This is our exhale. So if you got it, you can join already. Inhale, exhale, inhale, you step it to the side, knee bends, and then step it forward, you bend to the other side. Try not to lean forward. We're trying to stay between two walls as a visualization for you. Inhale, exhale, and keep your elbows straight so the hands don't bend. If you can, exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, hands straight, inhale, exhale, good job, inhale, exhale, step to the center, legs stay, hands stay up. Okay, so right leg steps to the right, hands to the left. Exhale, crosses in front, we bend to the other side. Inhale, exhale. Hands are straight, keep going. Hands parallel to each other. We're not doing this. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good job. And the last one. Exhale. Come back to center. Release the hands by the sides. Some of you might be feeling a little bit warmer now. It's normal because we're working on the sides, our side ribs, and for a lot of us, there's not much space between them. So we're just trying to lengthen that space for our lungs to work more efficiently. And then you're gonna start doing this movement. Knees are softly bent, and you're trying to move like as if you were trying to move the wall between you, okay? And again, don't make it too fast of a movement. We're just trying to mobilize through our thoracic spine. Exhale, 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 exhale. Those of you who just joined and doing yoga for the first time, you're gonna be probably thinking, this is not yoga, but I like to include different things into the practice. So we work on more things because yoga is amazing as it is, but some things can be also added. Okay, good job. So now, stay as you are. I'm gonna stand sideways to you. So feet about hips distance, again, comfortable stance. Look at your toes and lift your toes. Now try to spread your toes, and for quite a lot of people, it will be a difficult task to do because due to us wearing tight shoes all the time, our toes are always squashed. So see what you can do. And you will keep them lifted, hands by the side. So you start rolling forward, first the head, then the spine, and you will stay here for a few breaths as you keep the toes lifted, and with your heels, you're trying to rip the mat apart. Take a few breaths here, into your nose, steady breathing, good. And now keep them lifted, the toes stay lifted throughout the whole thing. You roll forward tiny bit more. Your head is relaxed, you're looking down and maybe towards your navel. Breathe, 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 toes lifted and try to spread them apart. And then you roll forward a little bit more. Remember your heels, they're trying to move the mat into opposite directions underneath you. And then roll forward more. head relaxed. Keep breathing. If you get dizzy, you might as well stop. Okay, now we're going to start rolling up. So same principle. We will roll up a bit. Stay and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Then roll up a little bit more. Stay here. You might be feeling some spots in your spine or elsewhere that you never felt before. As long as it's not pain, it's just the breath opening those areas, which is an amazing thing. And then we will roll up one more time. Keep breathing, toes lifted. And roll up all the way up. Release the toes. And let's come to the back of our mats. And here, just have your feet relaxed, hands by your sides, closing your eyes and just finding stillness. So noticing what the breath is doing, how the breath is. So you try and inhale into your nose, exhale out of your nose, relax your face. Quite a lot of people create a lot of tension in their faces, in their jaws, in their cheeks, in their tongue. So try to relax that face. Relax the shoulders down. Good. Okay, a few more moments here. Try and be completely still. If there's an urge to fix your hair, your clothes, try to resist that urge. Okay. Good. Now blink the eyes open. And I would like you to come down on your backs. So coming onto your backs, come your way comfortably without any rush. So we're going to be doing 2 variations of a bridge pose. So knees are bent and facing up, feet about hip distance. Again, can be a little bit wider, and hands by your side, slightly away from the body. Palms face down, shoulders away from the ears. So there's a little gap between the floor and your lower back, just the natural arch. You're not arching your lower back, or you're not trying to press it down. Just keep a little distance between the lower back, if you can, and the floor. So you will press into the palms and inhale, lift your hips up. And then as you exhale, you will try to lower your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the glutes in very relaxed. Inhale, pressing into the palms, pressing into the feet, relax the glutes, and then exhale, you lower yourself down. Do this 5 times on your own. I will just check what you guys are doing. So some of you have the toes like Charlie Chaplin, so the feet are pointing out. Can we have them pointing forward? So the toes are pointing forward. And a lot of people, not saying everybody, but the tendency is to engage the glutes a lot when you come up. See if you control that and have them more relaxed. So the strength comes as you come up from pressing into the palms and pressing into the feet. Okay. On the exhale, you come down. On the inhale, remember to press into the palms and then come down. If you haven't finished, just finished your 5 while I'm explaining what we're doing next. So same position, but hands are by the sides, shoulders away from the ears. This time we will inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up, and simultaneously we will bring the hands behind you, palms towards the floor. So the backs of the palms are touching the floor. And then on the exhale, you will start slowly rolling the spine down and bring the hands by the sides. So we'll do 5 more. So inhaling up and then exhaling down. And here we're not trying to rush. It's a mindful movement, a lot of awareness in your spine. So you're dropping it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Remember to have your glutes relaxed. So the strength comes from your feet pressing down. Okay. There should be no pain in the low back. So do the 5, and if you finished your 5, you can bring the knees towards the chest, hug the knees in, or you can hold the back of the legs if you can't reach for the shins, and maybe rock the body from side to side. Keep breathing here, awareness of the breath. And then let's roll to one side, press yourself up, and come back into your standing position. Good. And here I would like you to close your eyes once again and find stillness. So, no fixing hair, no fixing anything, just stillness, eyes closed. Notice if there's tension in your face. Can you release that tension? Are you aware of your breath? In out through your nose. Right. Good job. Gently open your eyes, and then let's inhale and bring the hands all the way above the head. And as exhale, you bow, bending the knees as much as you have to, and drop your head here. And then look forward and walk your hands forward into a plank. From plank, you will walk your hands back into standing forward fold. And we'll do this 3 times. So you're doing it on your own. Bend the knees as much as you have to. Drop your head when you get to the standing forward fold. And just keep doing this. We're not rushing through here. As always, it's a lot of awareness in every move we make. Next time we come into plank, let's hold plank. So finding your plank, palms up, pressing into the floor. So you're trying to press yourself away from that floor, like you're trying to hold the wall with your back. Crown of the head reaching forward. And let's try and not have our shoulders over the wrists. Take a few breaths here. If you can't hold it, you're welcome to drop the knees. Don't wait for me to tell you to do so. So crown of the head reaching forward, you're looking forward. Try not to look towards your toes. And next breath, last breath here. Last for this one, not forever. And then let's drop the knees down, release the toes, and lower yourself to the front. Good job. So toes released, hands underneath your shoulders. They can be wider if your shoulders are not happy with them being too close to your body. And let's lift a little bit into cobra. And as exhale, we come back down. Inhale, come into cobra. Exhale, release down. And then come again. And we're not trying to come too high. And we're not pressing into the palms. Let's check what we're doing here. Lift the palms off the floor. Look down. Keep the neck long. And see if you can stay up. Breathe. Soft face. Remember the soft face. Can you smile while you're here? Are you breathing all along? And then exhale, bring the palms down. Press yourself back and find your child's pose. So buttocks to heels. Any variation of child's pose you're doing your first time. If you're doing this, you can do this. So you can make a little cushion for your forehead if it doesn't reach, or you can bring the hands all the way back. This will give you more release in the shoulders. And stay here for a few moments. Catch up with your breath if you need to, and try to release completely. So relax and give your body to the gravity so you can be supported here. Okay, and then come into your all fours and sit on your heels. I will show you the next thing we're going to do. This is where you will need your blanket. If you haven't got one, if you joined late, come and get your blanket. I will show you from here. So we'll start with the right knee in front. This is better, I think. Okay. Hands will be extended in front of you, palms facing each other. And we will inhale and bring the right hand back. And then exhale, bring it forward. We will inhale, bring it back, and maybe look back if your neck is happy for you to do so. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. On the last one, we stay here. Look to the side or look back. Imagine that somebody is trying to pull you from different directions, front and back. Relax your shoulders. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit here. Breathe. 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 Relax your face. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, you bring the hands forward and release them by the sides. Change legs. So left leg comes forward now. You're standing on the right knee, hands in front of you, palms facing each other. Good. So we will inhale, left hand comes back. Gaze towards it or to the side, or you can keep looking forward. Exhale from back. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. Your spine will be so grateful for you doing this. This is not the movement that we do in our daily life, so we do it through our practice, realizing how much good we're doing for ourselves, for our spine, for our lungs. And then we do the last one, and we stay and breathe. Balance also may be challenged in this one. Yeah, so if you lose it, come back, find it, and then just find the pose. Try to relax into it. So we're finding the balance between how much effort we're putting and how much ease we're creating at the same time in our bodies. Keep breathing. Because if all you do is push, 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 eventually there's too much stress built up in the body, and it's one of the reasons why we may potentially get injuries. And I think we'll agree that we have one thing in common: nobody wants any injuries. Come back to center. Move your blanket to the side, and let's come to the front of the mat. Okay, great. Feet hips distance. Let's inhale, circle the hands up, and let's exhale, bow forward. Bend the knees, or don't bend the knees, but allow the palms to touch the floor, release the head. From here, inhale into a flat back. So hands can be on the thighs or on the shins. Send the tailbone back, reach the crown of the head forward. Keep breathing as I'm talking. And then exhale, bend the knees again, release the head. Inhale, come into a flat back. Exhale, down. One more time. And then exhale, forward, release the head, and stay here for a couple of breaths. Release your head so the back of the neck is long. Keep the breath flowing. Keep breathing, inhaling, exhaling. And from here, find your way into downward facing dog. So you can just step back, you can jump back. If you do this all the time, it really is up to you. Right. From here, come into a tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to do a pigeon, starting with the left leg. So left knee to the left wrist. And then be careful here. I don't know if you used to, because there's many ways how people come into a pigeon. It might not be for everyone doing this. Men, by nature, tend to have tighter hips than women. So if you're finding this difficult, so the idea is that you can, I'll show you from the front, if this is happening, no, this is pinching your lower back, and that's not why we're doing the pose in the first place. So if you can have both hips on the floor, relatively balanced, you can do the pose. If there's no pain in your lower back, this is the pose for you. If you're feeling something that doesn't feel right, you can just do this. Right? So it's the same principle, just a different shape. So, but it is targeting what we want to target. So this is one variation. Or another variation, you go down on the floor and do this shape. So choose the shape you're going to be in. And we're not going to go down if you're doing pigeon, sitting like I am. Just stay and spend a few moments here. You can close your eyes, bring the awareness inwards, find your breath. It tends to get lost during the practice, and it tends sometimes to get labored as we do the practice. So we realize that, and then we do something about it. So, oh, I think I've been trying too hard. Maybe I need to back off a little bit. If your eyes are closed, become aware where this pose is happening for you. Is your face relaxed as you're staying in this shape? Are your shoulders relaxed as you're staying in this shape? Do you have an image of this shape that you think you have to achieve? And then ask yourself why you want to achieve it. A few moments. Okay. If your eyes are closed, I'm going to give the instructions how to come out of this pose. If you are doing a different variation, just find your way into a tabletop, however you do it. So from here, we open the eyes, maybe bring our right leg a little bit forward, then the left knee lifts, and let's hold it just for a second or two before we bring it back into a tabletop. And then we change legs. So we're doing the pigeon on the right side, which will feel different for most of us. It might be the side that the pigeon just flies around and you're like, wow, I'm so good at this pose. Or it could be like, oh my God, I hate it because it's not your dominant side. So see which one it is for you. Choose the variation out of the other two that I've given if this one doesn't serve you. And then find stillness, close the eyes. And just notice what there is to notice. Good job, guys. As always, I keep sounding like a broken record. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. But I do it because it's important. And the more times I say it, the more chances you will get it. I have to remind this myself many times as well. Because sometimes we get into that mode, I have to achieve. No, you don't. And if you do, then be it, as long as you're aware of it, but it's not in theory, it's not where we practice yoga. So stillness, breath, in and out, flowing. Good job. And then if your eyes are closed, open your eyes and we will find the way into a tabletop once again. So lift the knee and then find your tabletop. And from here, simply press the hips back and rest in Balasana, our child's pose. Okay. Very good, guys. Very, very good. Next thing I will ask you to do is to find your way to your backs, any way you want to do it. So you will lie on your backs. And have the knees bent into your chest. Hands released by your sides or slightly wider. Let's do them slightly wider. And let's drop the knees from side to side. If they don't go all the way, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. Head can look in the opposite direction to your knees, or you can choose to look towards the ceiling. That is fine. Actually, if you're used to doing it with your head turned in the opposite direction, there's something you can practice and see what it does. You may like it, you may not like it, but there's nothing wrong with experimenting. Like I said, every pose can be done differently. With different instructions, different goals. Try and keep your knees together as you go through this movement. And then do one more time on each side. Bring the knees in towards you. Hug them in one more time. Maybe lift the head off the floor and try to bring it as close to the knees as you can. And squeeze every muscle in your body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then relax. Extend the legs to the end of your mat. Get ready for your Shavasana, and I would like everybody to stay for Shavasana because sometimes people like to cheat and escape it. So I won't hold you here for long. So get comfortable,